Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
There are at least 26,000 sex workers in Sierra Leone. Their journeys into sex work vary, but what they do have in common is a life characterized by poverty, loss, and abuse. These are their stories.
During the war, my mama died, my papa died. So my auntie will be there too. And they treat me. So me back, I look now, give up, I come on the streets.
Let me take a Ebola and I make myself now come on the street because mama no dey again, papa no dey again. Mama be there, my papa be there. But all they can't die by this Ebola. Person not there for take care of me.
A lot of these women come from poor backgrounds. A lot of them have lost their parents. A lot of them through the war that enraged through Sierra Leone in 1991 up to 2001. And then again with Ebola in 2014 to 2015. A lot of them lost their parents and they didn't have family members who were willing to take care of them. So a lot of them have gone onto the streets because of that. Struggling to take care of themselves, many of these girls took to the streets when they were still underage.
15 years of age, during the war, January 6, whole people and I died. Mama and Papa, I have a sister like Granny, and Mama and Papa with me, Papa and brother, all people and died. So I've been like 15 years of age, so small. Me many safety on big women as well as state.
15 years. Also, I'm going to take care of and I make her join this team. So nobody gave me a too much. I'm not glad you had to see me compete in the school. When you go, I want to go to school. When I'm 12 years, I applied to go school from to go to go school. And time took me up my black and not to wake out not to put me school again. But I said, I can't go to school. Maybe I can't go to school. But now I say, I go to week.
We see young girls who have no option but to go into sex work to pay for their school fees, to take care of their families, to take care of their unwanted children that they end up having because of the sex work.
We have about 150 around this area, not here. Yes, here you can have 60 commercial sex workers. And when you walk around the other road, you can have like 60 again. And around the other street, you can have more than 80 commercial sex workers. We are many in this area.
There are no accurate figures as to how many sex workers there are in the country. But organization MOVE has made an estimate that there are 26,000.
How many clients I have in the night? I can have like 30 condom. I cannot do flesh in seats. That's why my body is good to look. I don't have rash, I don't have no scabies.
They face really grave dangers. I mean, the first danger is obviously from their clients. Their clients can be brutal to them, they suffer a lot of violence. Their clients also have the ability to give them sexually transmitted diseases.
Also, they made this get sick, so they pay beaucoup money for let it out, no more. They make any 2-3 days, I go to doctor, any 2-3 days. I go to doctor, they check me, and they take treatment. When I make one police again and then picking there and then teenager there because the sickness where they boku they gonorrhea that syphilis HIV and they boku now skin get some woman and they middle leg na so like balagba go see face fresh outside fresh but middle leg the like balagba we pack it.
HIV day, gonorrhea day, all kind bad sickness. You be sick with the past Ebola. You don't know. Maybe then you don't get Ebola, you don't know. You go tamp out, you they die. You left your poor family there.
Per month, I buried more than 10 young ladies every month. Most of them died in the middle of the street at night. But we picked most of them in the dustbin. The last time a lady was dumped in a dustbin by her boyfriend, that time the lady is not died yet. They died from HIV, they died from cold, that is bronchopneumonia. And most of these people that are dying are within the age of 13 to 26 years.
As a really in the street, I forget about you. But I really like you to survive. If you die now, it's too.
Sex workers often face violence on the streets, and on some occasions, they have been raped and killed and left in the beach areas.
We've heard about deaths of commercial sex workers. They've been killed Some are found dead, especially around Lumley Beach area. They are still waiting to hear from the police, even though some of these deaths have taken like 2 or 3 years, up to 4 years. We are still waiting for them.
Since we started January, roughly we have, I think, at least 15 to 20 of them die from violent death, like rape.
The time I get the belly, I guess that's man in the way they call me. And they use me and they pay me. For me, and they beat me again. Cause me no type of cost on the way.
For some man and they beat you. They can use you back and beat you. And the devil na low. We talk and take left. So we talk with the choke you.
Like sometimes guy they can't take you, say okay, they go give you 50. When I go, you need give the money, they beat you and use you. They beat you, they pay you, they take all to and yam back.
For them to report their client that I met with this client, we arranged at a particular amount. He didn't give me the money, then he hold me and beat me up. But it's not easy for them to report. I don't know what happened. I think they undergo the beating.
However, these women cannot rely on the police for protection and are often targets for police abuse. Advocate is a legal aid organization, so our primary role is to provide paralegal services to these women who come into conflict with the law. So our role is to try and intervene initially at the police station to get them out on bail or to have the charges dropped. But apart from that, we try also to do preventative measures to teach them about their rights.
The reason they beat me, let's leave there. When they kill me, then they beat me, they drag me. They do this 150, 2 quid, 3 quid.
Every day they complain about the police, what the police are doing them when effecting their arrest, and even after arresting them in the police station, he said the police are asking for certain amounts of bail. Because as an ex-officer, I know what the police is capable of. I know what the police can do and what they cannot do. And in my own work for now, bail is free.
The police there, where they kill we if you not get money. That's the little to the left way. Or if you get valid, they pull on our hand. Or if you get money, as the only they begin charge that to you, they take the money in your hand.
Police will arrest commercial sex workers and then release them after they've made use of them. Some will even venture to have sex with them and then extort money from them. And that is a human rights violation as well as an abuse. Because they arrest them at a time when they know that they've gathered a lot of money and they will just come and say you are under arrest.
The worst thing, we don't come off any money, they also you don't suffer all night. The police not call you no money, go bail say 100,000. Money 30 they go eat, nothing. They left you back for angry, they not have to pass anything.
Like it costs you for money, and it costs we. Or if you don't get money and they say, they don't go lay down with you. If you not do and follow it out there, then they put you inside cell.
Most of the crimes that the police have levied on these girls has to do with loitering. And our own line of concern here, why is the police so keen on the commercial sex workers, the ladies, and they don't go out for even the men who are in the trade as well?
Past tense. Follow it no more. I don't go jail, I don't go born with the kid. They say, one boy go kill one policeman, so now all in that area they go get a wall at an ability 8 months, and I go to tabone. Side jail. Boy picking up on the side jail.
So the very people who they should be able to run to for assistance if something is going wrong are the very ones who also tend to commit violence against them.
They beat me, they slap we check we close them, you know, harass me. They harass me, they do all kinds of things to me. Get sex with me, you know. So it's bad, shameful, bad, not fine.
When you arrest somebody for loitering, you bring them to the police. Why can't you charge them? Rather, you demand for sex. And these are most of the accusation from the ladies. That most of the time, the police will demand for sex from them. They will take their monies from them. And it has become a pattern.
In September 2016, Advocate brought the allegations to the notice of the police for action.
Advocate intended to bring to our attention some of the stories they have had regarding commercial sex workers' encounter with the police, so that we'll take a look at it. We are not saying it is true, but in the event it is true, then we need to act more responsibly. The law does not say you protect only the well-behaved. Even those who misbehave, we still have the responsibility to protect them. Thank you very much.
In as much as the Inspector General of Police has said, what we have said are just mere allegations, there's no evidence, that they will look into these allegations and do something about it. Because when people say something over and over again, it means there's some truth there.
We need further consultation with the police, and we engage, we map out strategies how to minimize it and handle it in such a way that nobody is being abused, that nobody's rights is being violated.
If they were really concerned about this illegal activity, they would take further steps when arresting them, maybe to even find ways of getting them off the streets, find out why are the young girls on the streets and see if there are other alternatives. Involve the Ministry of Social Welfare in coming up with programs for them, but nothing like that has been done. Many people in Sierra Leone think that commercial sex workers can earn a lot of money or that they enjoy the lifestyle, but most of them feel ashamed of the work, and many of them have children and families to support, so leaving the sex trade is difficult.
Not to buy which are common as streets, not to life anyway, but not so no afford do, because I don't get nobody where they go to. I don't get nothing. I don't get nobody where they help me. So I get for do for get me yourself. I get for do for pay me house rent. I get for do for buy for me picking. My mama dey in a village. My brother and me one. Nobody, my papa don't die.
It is a way of livelihood for a number of people in the country. So government has the responsibility in respect of whatever way it is being viewed to protect and promote their human rights.
And we must be serious to come together and start to address these issues. If we don't come together to address them, then as a country, we start to lose a lot, because these are the women and the future of this country.
People if you no matter sell, the Abacha streets, I make no for say the hustle. Women and hustle are the hustle. Because no go show me because I can mix up the shame habits, the future I go bad. So let me if I work at the lana. But if I not learn, work for money.
So we call upon the Ministry of Social Welfare and other organizations that work with social welfare to look into this issue so that they do not continue to engage in sex trade that is so rife with dangers. And it's a multi-sectoral approach. Everybody needs to be involved, the community, the government, and even the women, to say what is needed to get them out of this commercial sex work, so that at the end of the day, all citizens of Sierra Leone, including sex workers, will be able to contribute to a productive state.
Well, right now, the life I live, not to find life. Because me not to find life. I dey shame saying I dey reach something. I dey shame me.
A mother, responsible woman, and host with a man and picking. So I feel saying I'm your choice then they do something, learn something. No, but not to my choice for going to streets and net, can money. To my choice then.
Sex work remains illegal in Sierra Leone, and it can therefore be difficult to challenge the way these women and girls are being treated in the legal system. There is no easy solution, and as long as poverty, abuse, and human trafficking continue, women will be forced onto the street. We would like the government to look into the issue of sex work and to meet their international obligation to protect the rights of these vulnerable women and girls.